What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shock and the 96 Hedgehog here with our Master Cup Miners Week 8 Team Builder. As you can see, we have VBL Week 2 right there. I'm going to go ahead and explain the video right now. That in VBL Week 2, I had to face Pieman. And obviously, this video is going to go up after Pieman Mine's video battle, I'm pretty sure. But just note that Pieman is near impossible to schedule with. Last couple of times, he's telling me that we have to battle around 2 to 3 in the morning. My time, which is better timing for him, which I thought was completely unfair. But now we've scheduled a time on Monday, and Monday I only do the battle, and hopefully by Monday I will have the battle done. I can get it uploaded, and I can stop facing Pieman because Pieman is near impossible to schedule to make it fair on me. Otherwise, I'm just going to be super tired. Anyways, that's that. Let's talk about Master Cup. Master Cup, we dropped to 13th place now, so we're still in the bottom 8. Bottom 8 for the loser bracket playoff race. So really have to win out to stay in that top half. I mean, regardless, we lose one time in playoffs, we're out, so it doesn't really matter. But this matchup's kind of tough. This matchup's kind of 50-50 on who goes where. But yeah. But if you guys are excited, be like, yeah, but ready, subscribe. Excuse me, it's getting late over here. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be feeling the king of the crew. With that being said, let's break down this matchup. And also, I want to apologize, and I'm going to probably say this in other videos as well. Future self is going to be doing that, everything like that. But I want to apologize for not uploading as much, guys. I have just been slammed. I have 2 jobs, 2 of them which I have on the same day sometimes, and then the rest is my other job. And my other job just drains me so much, and with my schedule, I just can't really upload a video in time unless I wake up really earlier. Or during my wake up time, I try to excuse me, try to upload a video within my time frame. I can. I do try. But I'm gonna try to get back on the way of getting this thing going for you guys. But just know it's been hard to upload. So I'm gonna try to upload and get back into this. But enough of that. Let's talk about the matchup. We are going against the Swana APC. I'm pretty sure this is their team name. They have Golurk, Spiritomb, Delphox, Alolan Golem, Slurpuff, Empoleon, Druddigon, Roselia, Girafarig, and Oricorio, with their Z captains being Delphox and Girafarig. Girafarig being allowed to do any type of Z move in the game, while only offensively can be a Delphox. So, again, if I'm yawning, excuse me, I'm trying not to. It's just been a very long day, and I'm very exhausted. I have 4th of July, obviously, coming up. So a lot's been on my plate lately, so there's been that. But looking at his team, regardless of Oricorio form, I don't think Oricorio comes this matchup. I don't think Girafarig's matchup is all that good against me. I don't think it's really that good. Roselia has a decent chance to show up against my team because Roselia is actually kind of annoying. But I think we have some good pieces around that to stop Roselia in its terms of being annoying. Sorry if you heard that. That was my phone going off right there. So it's hard to say if it'll come or not. Druddigon's also that same thing. It's hard to say if it's gonna come or not. It's just a really weird mono. Looking at the 6 that I could really see potentially being brought, I think his dual ghost is very, very hard for my team to deal with. But here's something about my dual ghost that doesn't scare me as much. I have Xcloud, which does not care about your ghost typing. I just do not care. The only 2 mons on this team that really are going to scare me about, most likely, are just... Oh my god. Excuse me. I'm so sorry for yawning so much there, guys. It's just, I cannot help it. I am just tired or something. But, I think his dual ghost is good. It pressures my Dusknoir, which Dusknoir would have looked really, really good here. If it wasn't for Spiritomb, I probably would have risked bringing Dusknoir to this matchup, because Dusknoir has a little bit of a risk because of the option of Golurk, that the Golurk could probably take a good hit, or it could be Cassibberry as well, so definitely something to know there, or Longberry, but I definitely think his dual ghost is really good, especially that Spiritomb's actually a decently good answer to an actual decently good answer to Heracross as well, because it being Ghost Dark, it's not weak to Bug, and it's also not weak to fighting. It's also got a resistance of Ghost and a complete resist with fighting as well for Ghost type. So Bug is most likely a neutral attack, which can do a lot of damage. Knockoff's a neutral attack, which I can hit with Sod, I can Skullmat. This is a really good Spirit, a really good Heracross answer on this team. I think Delphox is probably forced into Choice Scarf, I would have to say. It's either going to be Choice Scarf or it could possibly be Choice Specs. The reason why I say Choice Scarf, because at Choice Scarf, it will be faster than everything on my team, because I do have Rapidash, which actually outspeeds it by 1 base point, because it is base 104 speed, or Rapidash is base 105 speed. So definitely something to note with that in the terms of what he could bring versus us, in that type of sense. But I do think he's actually bring Golem. Golem actually could be annoying if we don't play around it right. Golem kind of gets obliterated by a couple of things on my team for sure. Well, if we don't see Golem, that actually is a big stress reliever on the most part of my team. So that's really, really good. But Slurpuff, I think Slurpuff could be a possibility. I've been showing that I don't run heavy-duty boots on any of my Pokemon, so I can easily see him bring Webs. But honestly, I don't know if Webs really is that good against my team, especially with the team he has. Like, his team really doesn't benefit too much from Webs. The only realistic things that can take advantage of Webs is relatively the Girafarig, maybe the Roselia, possibly Dredagon if it's very fast on offensive. Delphox for sure, Golurk, but it's gotta be like really speedy Golurk, which could be really weakening the damage output of Golurk as well, from its utility specs as well. And even, I mean, if Slurpuff can take advantage of Go, but I feel like Slurpuff has so much more versatility for it that it's not even fair to what it can do. So definitely something to note there. And actually, I might change my Heracross set, actually, just realizing about Slurpuff. So definitely something I'm going to note right there. I'm going to change that. And then I think Empoleon either be Wakam, Shuka, Chople, something like that. I maybe see Defog on this set. I don't guarantee it. I do Dual Stab does need to come against my team. I could see him trying to run rocks on something and try to chip my team with Roar as well. But I don't know. It just really depends on what he wants to bring. So yeah, that's the team I expect him to bring over everything else. So let's go ahead and get into our team. So like I said, you look at his team, what stops X-Cloud from clicking buttons? Rock and Steel type Pokemon. What is the one thing that a Rock and Steel type Pokemon would hate to have to deal with? That is Substitute. With the combination of Workup, followed by the end equal result of Boom Burst, or in this case, Focus Blast. Also, I meant to send you to Scrappy. Didn't mean to have it as sound. With having Focus Blast, I hit the only two Pokemon that are the biggest resistance to X-Cloud. And what's really cool about X-Cloud in this matchup, completely erase Ghost weakness on this team. And honestly, I'm pretty darn sure that Spiritomb might not even be able to break my sub with Foul Play, especially since I have 0 IVs in attack, and I am a minus attack nature. So, if Spiritomb's in front of me, Spiritomb can't do anything against me. Golurk, if it comes in, gets 2-shot unless it's Assault Vested. And I think even at +1, I might even kill it. So, definitely not. I am faster than Golurk, so if Golurk for some reason is max speed, I do outspeed Golurk. That's why we are on the Timid Nature here this week. Rest in HP and when the maxed out special attack, obviously. But like sub workup, I felt was really, really good in this episode. And I know I have this thing in tendency to be a meme and have to bring setup on all my Pokemon. But I felt like the setup with X-Cloud, though, was actually perfect for this matchup. Because it comes in, and anything that he wants to bring in on X-Cloud for Boomburst shenanigans, I get a free sub on him. Or I can just click Boomburst, get chipped, and then go into a Focus Blast to do massive damage as well. So I really felt like X-Cloud is going to really be a big key aspect and a key member for this team. Up next, we have probably what is one of my top 3, if not part of my top 5 best Pokemon in this draft. Has been Electivire. I have been loving Electivire this season. I think we've been playing and using Electivire effectively well. I've been loving the sets we've run, especially this set, Assault Vest. I feel like Assault Vest is super, super good in this matchup because, honestly, we have the speed that we need to outspeed his Bulk. We have the speed we need to outspeed probably everything else we really don't care about. I feel like Electivire is going to be super good this matchup. I feel like Electivire is going to put in a lot of work this round as well. I was debating on running something like Electrillium Z to be able to deal with Spiritomb. Spiritomb could be one of the biggest switch-ins to this thing. And then, you know, some annoyances to this thing as well, especially with clicking Will-O-Wisp and Foul Play and all that stuff. So big systems are there. We're going to run Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Earthquake, and Facade. Facade's really that filler move, just in case if I do get burned, I have a way move to hit everything else on this team. Earthquake is strictly there, not for the Empoleon, but for the Alolan Golem, for the Galvant, because of its rock electric typing. So unless it's sturdy or it's got air balloon, it's going to die to an Earthquake. Thunder Punch, obviously, for general stab. Ice Punch checks both the Roselia switch in potentially. It checks the Druddigon switch in potentially, and will catch a Golurk switch in. So Electivire is really good. I guess we could have run maybe Choice Banded Electivire this matchup, or something like a very offensive Electivire, but I felt like the kind of defensive offense set was really the better route to go for Electivire, just to be able to kind of break teams. Because its job is really to just kind of punch, well, figuratively speaking, punch teams and just weaken them. It's not really going to be the mon that's going to win us the game, unless I wanted to design it that way. But I think it's going to be a mon that's going to really put in a low work. Up next, we have relatively the MVP of the team, Hercules the Heracross, who is pushing his way for kill leader. I think he made it now to, I think, the top 10 or the top 5, I think, maybe? I don't really remember. I haven't looked at the standings in a while. But Heracross has been putting in the work, dude. I think we're like 8 and something with this thing. Or something. Like, I have been loving Heracross this season, dude. And Heracross was a Pokemon I think I tried using, and then the league died, and I didn't get to finish using. But now that I've gotten the chance to use Heracross, dude, I love Heracross. I love the offensive capabilities of Heracross. I love the fact that we've been building Heracross relatively important and effectively, except last week when we should have ran Choice Scarf, and we would have won. Well, maybe have won that game. Guaranteed with a Choice Scarf Heracross. But I have no guarantees, and I don't know about the future. So, I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, Heracross this week, I think Gut Set was going to be really good. We are going to change this set, because this was originally designed to outspeed Golurk. But I'm going to make sure this outspeeds max speed Slurpup. Because this way, Slurpup, not an issue for me. It's only an issue if it gets sticky webs up. But like I said, I don't know if I see sticky webs being brought this week. I don't know if it does. I have very few things that are very fast and offensive, so I don't know if he's going to go that way. But we have Knockoff, Facade, Mega Horn, Close Combat. I felt like going Dual Stab plus Facade and Knockoff was just really, really good. Knockoff or Facade basically is going to kill something. Mega Horn's a neutral hit on the Delphox, but basically still kills. And if anyone's wondering why I'm not going Choice Scarf Guts, I felt like Scarf Guts would have been really, really good because of, you know, the Willis, but I think he's going to be a really smart man, make sure that he's careful around his burnings and stuff like that with Will-O-Wisp Spam or Toxic, anything like that, with my Heracross. So definitely some big key factors right there to kind of put into consideration on that. But otherwise, Heracross just clicks a dumb button, dude. Heracross is not really a win con this week. It's more to just click a button and just kill something, or basically just weaken it down to the point where everything else on the team just wins. So we're gonna change this. I think we're still running max attack. I think we can have enough investment to run max attack. But basically, we're gonna run enough speed, outspeed Slurpup to where knockoff, and we're not gonna risk clicking knockoff. We have to be careful of not clicking knockoff at the wrong time because Unburden still activates even with an item knocked off. So I have to be very careful about that. Now this is a very questionable set that I think a lot of people are going to be going like, wait, what on God's green earth are you doing with this set? This is a very weird set, but let me explain how this is going to work. First off, my first move being Toxic on a choice set. Is that really stupid? Yes. Yes, it is. But is it an effective strategy? It can be. Most people sometimes even run Scarf Rocks or Scarf Hazards sometimes on things like Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and all the other type of mons out there. Mostly because these are things that can counteract any team, and plus if they can get them up, they can almost entirely stay up, which is really good as well. What I love about Toxic here is Getting a toxic off on anything and everything on the team is very effectively important and very much needed for the team in order to succeed. So very big things to go into that considerations here. Then dual stab and then aqua tail. Now aqua tail is a really weird move to have on this and probably doesn't make any sense whatsoever to have aqua tail. But here's the one main reason I put aqua tail in this set. If he brings fire or Ikorio, which there is a possibility, aqua tail checks that. Aqua tail from a super perfective spectrum checks both this and this and this, which is really, really good. Now, Earthquake Spam is, and I probably could have put Stealth Rocks on this set. I might change that to Stealth Rocks. I don't know. But ultimately, I wanted just a filler move, and I think Aqua Tail. Sorry if you heard a nut noise. My cats are just fighting, and I'm just sick and tired of them fighting. So, just getting annoying, but I also don't know what ability I'm going to go with. I'm not going to go with either Sheer Force and just try to hit it hard, but with nothing that really takes any effect. I might just stick with Sturdy. Because who knows, maybe Sturdy can be clutch point at some point, I don't know. Running 113 HP, max attack, adamant, 40 in the special defense, and 44 speed. Now, the little bit of speed actually is very important, because this actually outspeeds 0 speed invested Spiritomb, which is really, really good. Now, Spiritomb, it can be a little annoying, but if I can get Chip on Spiritomb to 2 KO that with Heavy Slam or Earthquake, and be able to knock that thing out and having speed on this thing to do it, I'm going to do that. So Steelix is here to kind of just be literally a breaker, actually, in some way. I know it sounds really crazy to say it like that, but it's kind of what Steelix's job is going to be this matchup. And I think when you just look at his team and you look at Steelix, Steelix just cleans house on so many things. So if I have no flyer on his team, if he just literally no flyer, I'm just spamming Earthquake. There's nothing I'm going to do. This could be just my straight up lead just to click Earthquake, just because it's going to do it. Now, obviously, if he's got Trick on the Delphox and he knows I'm going to make a potential switch, Delphox could then be a little annoying, but if I could still Earthquake it, I'm still going to kill it, regardless, but yeah. Up next, we have Spirit here, or Rapidash, with the Charcoal. Now, like I said last time, basically, I have him forced to run Max on my Rapidash, but I'm honestly okay with that, because then I could get very important information, like, is that a Scarf? Is that Scarf on the Delphox, yes or no? We are running 3 attacks with Morning Sun with a Charcoal boost, because he really doesn't have a really good switch into Fire-type spam. We have Player Up, Flare Blitz, High Horsepower, and Morning Sun. Player Up is only realistically there just for Druddigon, technically speaking. I mean, it's also good for things like Spiritomb as well and everything like that, but again, majority of the time, I'm clicking Player Blitz. Player Up, again, like I said, it's really just going to be there for the Druddigon. I mean, Druddigon always swallows maybe 1 or 2 hits, depending on investment. But if Druddigon doesn't come, I'm literally not going to click Player Up. I'm literally just clicking Flare Blitz plus High Horsepower. I would believe a High Horsepower plus Flare Blitz will be actually enough to take out the Empoleon. I think it just depends on how defensive he is. And same thing with, again, the Delphox. I'm pretty sure I should be able to always beat Delphox regardless. Morning Sun's there just for recovery aspect. And plus, this is my biggest answer to Slurp Up. Slurp Up, I'm not scared of Slurp Up. Slurp Up doesn't scare me at all against my team, which is a thing, because I think Special Slurp Up is going to make a debut, and it's going to scare me. I think we have the tools around it. I think Spirit's also going to be really good. And trying to make his debut again this week is going to be Obelisk the Glalie here with Earthquake Spikes, Protect, and Toxic. Max HP, 112 in defense, 140 for split up, Careful Nature. Now, why on earth am I running a Glalie with no stab attack? And I have a move that literally is going to do nothing. Well, I don't think he's going to bring Hazard Removal. So the goal here is this. If my team is going to end up being super slow, I want to get Hazards up. I want to get Spikes up. Spikes chips really hurts this man's team. He is not, look at his team again. What stops Spikes? Nothing. Only this stops Spikes. Everything else is going to be murdered by Spikes. And I felt like that was the main reason I went with this. Plus, honestly, I didn't know what 6 mana I wanted to bring. There was maybe Tentacruel I was thinking of. There was Dustorm I was going to still think of, considering either like a Civ or Culverberry. And then I think there was something maybe with Articuno, but I couldn't get around some things. So I went with just Glalie just for spikes. This is also kind of a somewhat toxic sec because, you know, toxic protect, everything like that. But honestly, if I don't get them off, then it's not that problem. And if anything, I'm probably going to get my spikes up. This could be a lead in case I want to get spikes up, depending on matchup. But otherwise, I think Glalie can actually kind of be very annoying in this matchup. So I definitely, and Earthquake's really there because it checks a couple of things that switch in on this thing. Like there's the Empoleon, then there's the Outbox. Otherwise, this thing is literally just here for spikes, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, that is gonna be the team, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like, you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't new. If you haven't already, subscribe if you're new. Join the First Star community if you're feeling with King of the Crew. And again, sorry for so many late uploads and everything like that. I'm gonna try to get back to it. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Till next time, everyone. Peace.